this like.
There is so much to catch up on.
My buddy sent me this video that he wanted me to like look at, so I'm gonna do like a reaction to it. I'm gonna check it out.
It's been a little while, hasn't it? There is
Oh,
so
like
much to
on
catch
stream?
up on. We
Yeah.
have a giga nerf to a very powerful weapon. We have Ashara coming back, and we think we found out when 10.0 that is really the build that you guys get that to make. First things first then, we actually have an idea of when 10.07 is going to launch. Blizzard haven't said anything yet, but data mining has unearthed a clue. This is the same sort of clue that helped us massively work out when 10.05 released. So the Noble Garden event is getting some updates in 10.07. Noble Garden is Easter. Easter is soon. Right now, the event is actually planned to start on Monday, April 10th. And that would mean that, let's just say Blizzard is planning for the patch to be very latest the week before that, on Tuesday, April 3rd. Could actually be earlier, but basically April 3rd is a reasonable date to expect this patch by.
The thing at April 3rd for 10.07?
A second patch 2
What is it?
months after our first
The next big
Dragonflight
patch?
patch. This is faster
April
than the
3rd?
patch
Yeah.
cadence of Legion, everyone. And that is bloody good news, right? That is tremendous. This will mean the Dragonflight Season 1 could perhaps end in May, maybe 10.1 releases like late May, early June, maybe late June. They might want to avoid Diablo. But the idea of 3
I think late
patches
June.
in 6
Late
months,
June would be good.
like, that's better than Shadowlands' 1 patch every 6 months, or more than 6 months, right? It's crazy. Okay.
I think
let's
late
talk
June
about
would be a good
in-game.
idea. I don't know. I feel like the PvP season for those type of people that have like still struggled on the ladder because like inflation hasn't kicked in and the ladder's dead due to solo shuffle. I think late June would give the inflation they implemented, which if you don't know is 20 MMR a week, would give the MMR time to like fix some of the problems solo shuffle caused with inactivity on the ladder. I think in late June would be a good time to end the season.
You wouldn't get that DPS.
But I don't know. He said June.
Worse hunters
June-ish.
with worse gear who just got lucky once, which is not a good experience. So Blizzard are nuking it. Basically, it used to give the hunter attack speed, but that unintentionally buffed the hunter's pets, and that's why it was so strong. Now it is being changed to just add damage to the hunter's autos. Of course, if you had the bow, obviously, my commiserations. Those brief times when you feel OP, it's just a question of, like, enjoy it while it lasts.
They fucked up
But
Nelthrax too.
hey,
They fucked up the
look at all
bow.
the extra damage you have got for free, and this is still
Yeah, but they
going to be
buffed
a
the
very
shit out of
good
hunters,
tool.
dude. Look at this. They buffed the shit out of hunters. Serpent Sting, 25%. Death Chakram, 100%. Kill Command, 25%.
When is
Barb
it?
Shot, 25%. Stomp, 25%. Cobra Shot, 50%. Arcane Shot and or Chimera Shot, 25%. Multi-Shot, 15%. It's 10.07.
Obviously, DM was getting the
The
most
next big pad, when the rec gets the rework, when they're reworking where it.
attack speed, but should enjoy this buff too. Survival only gets a tiny knock-on effect. It's a silly enough mistake to have been made, making it accidentally so OP, but it did occur as a part of an overall mission to try to make really,
Oh, like when
really
the new
exciting,
raid and all that,
almost
like the new
semi-legendary
season?
raid
No.
Is that what
build,
you're saying?
and
That's
if you
10.1.
ask me, I think that has been good.
10.07 's like
The and the trinkets,
When
I think it's a
10.05
great
came out, they did
build.
like major
All the
class
same, though,
nerfs and
gearing
changing and
hasn't
tuning
been
and stuff like that. That's like the next big patch.
Thankfully,
Like there's gonna be a
the
ton of
work
like
design
tuning and
Star
changes in
Zone
10.07
plans on addressing
that'll like
that
shape the
situation
end of
with
how
a
season
point
1 ends out, and
very
then they're gonna
long
do.
post soon. Specifically
Then they'll do
targeting
10.1.
the
That's what I'm saying. I think like
artifacts,
June
gear acquisition,
would be good for
and
10.1. What is
This
it?
is what we want to
April,
see.
May,
Starzard
June.
is honestly a total
Like 4 more
legend.
months in total.
His posts usually really they go down the truth with the players. They actually go in depth on things, and it is exactly what we wanted to see from Blizzard Communication. It is awesome stuff. So I'm looking forward to it greatly. So far though, I think the learnings from this season have been good. Season 2 should be even better. Of course, obviously, here's to hoping that the revival catalyst comes a little bit sooner, the tier acquisition is a little bit faster, and perhaps the raid rewards get a little bit more deterministic, maybe with some sort of currency that maybe another game might even call a totem. But anyway, with that aside, you may have noticed this week that enchant prices got real spicy. And now we know why. It's because enchants broke. Some players were using a sneaky exploit to force the game to make quality level 3. It finally got reported, Blizzard took action and turned off making scrolls entirely. The exploit was crazy. If you had no bag space free, the crafting system doesn't let you basically make...
People were
an
bugging
item.
enchants?
If you have a non-full stack of quality 3 enchants, but no other free space in your bag, then the game basically just goes, well, I can't give you a quality 1 or 2 enchant because that won't fit in your bag, so, a 3 will fit. Take one of those. So no matter what your inspiration or any of those crafting stats were, you were just making straight rank 3s. So yeah, there you go. I guess sell them now. Maybe you'll be as lucky as our guildie, who didn't use the exploit, but did actually have enough stock to make some crazy bank anyway. Now, while we're talking about professions, the public test realm has got some real nice changes to professions. Most importantly, public orders no longer need the orderer to give all of the non-soulbound reagents. And this should mean that more people will drop more public orders, and of course it does add a bit of cost to the crafter, which does sound fair given how the system has actually panned out. Hopefully 10.1 though has a larger fix. Now our favorite story to follow, of course, has been the ongoing rework for the Protection Paladin. Don't know about your guild, but certainly there's a lot of salty paladins in my guild, and they're now turning into hopeful paladins.
Yo, Ty, I ain't even gonna lie, I haven't even been on WoW this week. What's the weekly quest?
PvP.
Well, honestly, promising it'll be pretty awesome when the patch drops. Stuff really seems to be going in a good direction. This week we see some stuff moved around to the class tree. Healing Hands and Unbound Freedom. May not seem like much, but it frees up points from the spec to, give you some more customization freedom in the spec tree. It also gives Holy and Frost some pretty sick new options too, so that's really exciting. As for some new talents then, you can now customize your Holy Power single target ability cost if you want to play around with how Holy Power generating and spending feels. So we're really getting into a level of spec customization territory that we never thought possible.
I need to get on the PCR and like fuck with it myself. The ret changes look like they're a lot. Like it's gonna be more than just like you could just read and understand.
That well adds something completely new to WoW, which is combos, where Templar Strikes turns Crusader Strike into a 3-part combo. What? That's crazy. I can't wait to see that implemented. You can also make Crusader Strike passive, like the Demon Hunter and Prot Warrior fillers. Basically,
Beds, I don't really know if I'm trying to like just react to it. Bub said it would be a good idea to go over it, but I don't know if I'm like trying that hard to like rant about stuff. Besides, he hasn't really even talked about anything super meta yet.
Are getting breath fixed a bit. Boomkins are getting.
Well, that's gonna suck ass for PvP. If you dispel Stellar Flare, it's like the same with dispelling Shadow Priest dots or Aflock dots. Instead, you get a Starburst just smacked into your fucking face. That seems like it's gonna suck ass. But it's provocative, man. It gets the people going.
A very strong PvP buff.
Swipe, Brutal Slash, Frenzy. Wait, what is that? Now bleeds targets for 100% of damage dealt by combo point generators using Berserk? Oh, okay, that's a nerf. That's a nerf. Ouroboros has been redesigned. Casting Echo increases the healing rate next to Emerald Blossom by 30%, stacking up 5 times.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, so every time you use Echo, you're just stacking up for a fat-ass Emerald Blossom? I feel like that's nice.
Buffs. Rasto Shaman is getting yet more buffs. Again, we will do a full class breakdown video shortly. Now, on to other exciting PTR developments. First off, we think we know the patch title because on the PTR, the campaign title was data mined, and for the last while, every campaign has actually matched the patch name, meaning that we believe that patch 10.1 will be called Embers of Neltharion. Yeah, we're going to be going deep under the earth. There's going to be loads of dark secrets of Deathwing's past, stuff that will matter to us now.
Oh, shit!
More on that later, but for right now, under the earth.
They think the next patch is Embers of Neltharion,
yeah,
and we're like gonna like explore like
under the earth. There's going to be loads of dark secrets of Deathwing's past,
like Deathwing's past, and
now more on that later. But
that'd be kind of sick. If you fuck with the lore, I feel like that'd be kind of sick.
We can't show you exactly.
Yeah.
Like a whole like thing about Deathwing and like how all that transpired, and like that'd be kind of sick.
There's a Scarlet Heater Shield, which we think will be this one. There's a cloak and a chest piece called a Cossack, which will probably look like this. which admittedly does
What?
look goofy because it's a quick mock-up. But
Looks
it's that
terrible.
style of thing, so I suppose if you want to look like this kind of battle priest paladin cool situation, you know, then hell, let's go. I suppose if the Vatican had knights, I don't know. But also coming to the trading post then for paladins, Labrams. Look at this! A Scarlet Holy Book is just the ticket. There's loads of holy books too, so that's awesome for the paladins. For the more formal role players, there's just an array of different colored evening gloves. And
What? Bro, look at these gloves. What the fuck? Bro, this is gonna look like 2K shit. You know, like you have like your whole body tatted. Like you have like your whole body. Bro, they're selling like full sleeve gloves. Like you could wear like a tank top in the game and then just sleeve up your arms like colors.
and finally,
We
some more
finna
simple
look like
weapons.
cheesers,
I love
bro.
simple
Legit.
weapons. What if you want your character to look like
I've already
a
seen these. These are like to each their own, but these look terrible too. This looks like they were from Warcraft 2.
And actually, their prices are pretty damn reasonable, so hopefully you can pick up most of what you want.
That's the point.
Then,
They're
our
trying
last
to. They're like.
non-lore
They're
PTR
trying to
update
bring
from this
back a
week
bunch
is
of
Recruit a
Warcraft
Friend, where
transmogs
we
from what I've heard.
seemingly have no idea what's really going on, but there's
Yeah,
a
what?
data mine splash
Like the
screen that
hammer
shows what
everybody's
looks
been
like
asking
a
for
goblin-themed
off of
mount
Warcraft.
and pet. And we've also found
The,
Sneaky Buddy Scanner Mark III
the
and
little
shredding glove
monthly
from
seasonal
Data
shit.
Mining,
I forgot
along
what
with
that's
the
called. The
seasonal
treasure
reward
shit.
string for Recruit a Friend,
They
which
put a
probably means that the
tiny
Blaze, the
version
drive
of
to get
that
WoW subs
two-handed
back up is
hammer in
totally
there
on.
and thought everybody
I
would
would
be
say
happy
here,
about it, and it was
do
like
I
a flop.
begrudge them doing as much biz
Like
dev
a
as they
very,
can
you know,
on
the
World of
little,
Warcraft
very
product?
small
No,
two-handed
because actually they are
mace.
clearly investing
Yeah.
more in World of
like a
Warcraft.
hammer.
World of
That
Warcraft
thing's
is
supposed to be
clearly better than it's
giant.
been for
It
a
looks
long time
exactly
as
like
a
that, but
game.
it was
The patch
giant
cadence
and
is
it
there,
glows
so
on
absolutely
Warcraft.
I want to see.
They didn't
I
do
want to
none
see
of
them
that shit.
trying to work out how can they get old players back in, how can they get more people into World of Warcraft. That is of vital importance. It would be a crying shame for them to finally right the ship, only to then sort of see failure. They're trying hard. They're making good calls. The game is so.
That sounds kind
better.
of sick though,
Me and all my
Bits.
friends are
Like
having so
that
much
whole
more fun,
scenario. Like I'd be happy with that.
which does mean that I want them to see success. Yes. Now then, some catch up. Valor and Conquest points are uncapped right now.
Right.
Hell yeah to that. With 10:07 soon, Blizzard are clearly going for that end of season freedom period. Sort of like the first 2 months being serious time, and the rest just being fun time. I'd like to see it happen a bit earlier because fun time is good. But hey, a Blizz responding to player feedback is a good thing. Also, the community feast for the Ascara was buffed a while ago. It now happens every 90 minutes, down from 210, and they added in a few more ways to get progress towards the weekly quest, such as looting the chunks of meat and finding fish parts around the village during the feast. Now, with that, and of course the new envoy system in 10.0.7,
Wait, what is
a
this?
while ago,
You just pick a rep?
which lets you pick a faction to get 10% extra rep.
Okay,
every
yeah.
day.
It's
I
10%
think you'll
extra
be able
rep.
to catch up your renowns quite a bit before patch 10.
Yeah, that's
What?
great considering my mains
10%.
renows are all like 3.
More time.
I guess like every week you can pick like a faction to focus on to get extra renown.
We're not in launching a video game mode, and we can
I'm
understand
already
our
gonna be
brains.
maxed by the
But
time that
yeah,
shit comes out, probably.
The PTR lore drops have been kind of mind-bending. In Dragonflight, there were basically all these books from Alderman, right? And they led us down a rabbit hole that led to us making this video about how Blizzard
Yeah, the
are
Flame
building
Dragon is pretty
an
sick.
Awesome story, and there's
I think
a
he
lot
does.
of potential.
I mean, Eridicron's face. Like, this is sound weird, but
10:07
Eridicron's face looks
PTR
better to me.
brought
But
in an Old Gods and the Order of Azeroth book that basically is from Warcraft 3's manual and vanilla WoW, and they kind of re-canonized it, and they actually retconned a controversial retcon from WoW from Warcraft Chronicle, which look. We didn't particularly like that retcon back in Chronicle, so I'm actually okay with the bad thing being retconned again to be what it was in Warcraft 3. Very rare things go in that direction, eh? And that led to this video about a 5th Old God, and you know the great unretcon, and also it teased a whole new area of Azeroth, which if that sounds awesome, then that led to us creating this other lore video that really popped off about how Blizzard are no longer teasing but actually telling us that we could really be going to the back of Azeroth at long last. So check that out. I think it's one of our best. Well, it's one of our best in a long time. I think that whole lore series is. But the story today then is yet more lore, teasing the return of Ashara at some point. It looks like she'll come back stronger, maybe more void infused. I would say not a servant of the old gods, because you remember last time she was basically just like, screw you, N'Zoth, I want to go take the Master's power. Bye-bye. Right? So we'll have to see how it goes. This is definitely going to take a few days to find out, though, because there are so many Old God Whispers tied to this, from Legion through BFA, that we just need to do the deep research. There's also some lore books, then, that do promise a pretty close look into Neltharion's character and his motives. So some of that in 10.07, some of that in 10.1, since it's almost certainly called Emperors of Neltharion. There's also the Bane quest line. I know some people do not like that Bane is, and I'm not going to do a full spoiler, but it does involve Bane and the Centaur, and Bane being a Tauren, thinking about how you first meet Karn in Warcraft 3. Like, yeah, Bane goes into that with some prejudices and stuff, and I think some people have been like, oh no, but Bane is supposed to be bovine Anduin, he just loves everyone. I actually think it's a lot better when characters have teeth, because at the end of the day, let's say that an ongoing story is maybe Bane overcoming his prejudices when he realizes that, oh, the Centaur back home and some of these Centaur are actually different. Maybe I can breach this gap. That sort of thing. I think that's a far more powerful story and a better story for people to actually have told.
Saying Bane's racist?
Experience in a game than just being like, I am Bane,
that what he's saying?
I am good, and I'm going to have a big cuddle in the Isles. Right?
This guy's telling me Bane is racist against Centaurs. I don't know.
Quite happy with,
apparently there's a quest line, or he's not racist anymore. I don't know. That's tough.
Time to actually make content on it, so there's a lot coming from our team. But for now, that is the Warcraft news. Overall, I think great stuff. Yes, the numbers for this expansion may be a little bit down, but I think we can all see with this content cadence that the team's actually putting in the work, right?
Yeah, no. Blizzard has been getting out good patches
over time to see the results. For too long with the likes of, Legion and stuff.
Now, Blizzard's done great.
A get-rich-quick scheme, Make month 1 be out.
Blizzard's definitely done great with this patch, that's for sure. I think Blizzard's done a very, very, very good job with Dragonflight this far. So, they're expecting early April 10.07 and June for 10.1. When did this come out? In December? Or November? This came out in November, right? So if this patch came out in November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. I mean, I feel like that's fine. I mean, a lot of people want like rapid content, but like, look what happened in Legion, right? Where we had like 7 seasons in a matter of 2 years. Like, it was insane, right? Like, everything was just flying. So I think, I definitely think that the pace is good right now. 7 months, 2 major patches within Season 1, big updates, class changes, reworks. No, I think it's a W. I think it's a W. But we will see. Listen, guys, it's getting around 12 o'clock. Normally, I cut around 12, unless I'm in the middle of some crazy stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. It is getting late. I am tired. It is Sunday night. Got to get back to real-life activities tomorrow. Weekend is over. So sad. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you again to my new followers for the day. I appreciate you guys being around. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you. We'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, Eastern Standard Time, like always. Again, thank you very much for being here and showing support and showing love. Thank you guys, and have a great night. Peace.